I'm going to get started now on texturing the Uncharted Speedboat, and what I've done is I've got a bunch of parts here. It's not all of the parts, but most of the parts, and I've got individual materials on them, and that's going to allow me to use the entire UV space per material. I've got it unwrapped, and I already saved it as an FBX, and I brought it into Substance Painter. And so here's where I am. It's baked and it's ready to go. You can see the various materials here. All right. So I'm going to get started on this. And the only thing I want to say is that, aside from the fact that, as you can see, it's not everything. And of course, the motors, I never got to the motors. So sorry about that. Is what I'm going to do here, I'm going to try to do relatively quick because there's a lot of stuff to do. I'm going to use some smart materials and regular materials that are already made. Some of the materials I made in previous videos, and I may link you to some of those, and some of them come stock with Substance Painter. And what I'll do may not be the final, for everything. I mean, I might want to go back and tweak stuff because sometimes when I do it on camera, I don't get everything exactly the way I would want it. All right, at any rate, I'm going to start on the hull, and I'm going to use a smart material here, this white paint wood material. I believed I used this in, I don't know if it was called Horror Hallway or Haunted Hallway, something like that. I'll see if I can link you to that. I think I created that in that video, or I created it in the Haunted Hospital. And so this is what I'm going to use, but I may get rid of that stuff there. And let's see if I get rid of that, or I might tone that down. I'm going to leave that for the moment. And that's going to be my basic hull. Now, I'm only at 1024 for all of this. I'll bring it up soon. But there is something else that I want to do on this. So I'm going to have that layer. I'm going to flip. I want to look at the bottom of this. If I can get this like that. So I'm going to want to look there. And I'm going to create a fill layer, and on the fill layer I'm going to use just color, and I'm going to just choose a red color. I can change this later, and I'm going to add a black mask, and I'm going to add a paint layer, and I'm going to switch here to this, and I want symmetry on. And what I'm going to do is come over here and just have it on this polygon fill here. And I'm going to select a bunch of this. And I may get too much here and there. Let me see. I just want to see how far I want to come out on this. So let's try this so far. That's a little bit too far. So that, press X and I can delete those. Let's try that. Press X to come back. So this is up at 1 on white, which means I'm painting my color. I'm going to try this and see if I'm coming out far enough or too far. And I'm just sort of selecting and letting symmetry help me along with this red paint. It's just paint, so I should still get the underlying bumps and scratches and stuff like that. All right, so we're going to come down here, and I'm going to come down to about there. Let's see what that is like. Okay, I'm going to turn off symmetry, and I'm going to go back to perspective, and that just gives me the very bottom of it and a little bit on the back, and I think that's probably okay with me. All right. Okay, so that is my hull. Whether or not I choose to come in here and turn that off, or make adjustments, we'll see. I'll bring that up to 2K later. All right, let's work on another really easy part. And I'll be saving along the way so I don't lose my work. Sometimes I think I might come up further. So we'll see. You get the general trend, though. Let's go to the trim rubber. I'm going to come to my smart materials, and I'm going to type rubber. And use this plastic rubber here. I think that comes with Substance Painter. If not, you could probably find it somewhere. And I just want to drop that on there. One thing I might do actually as I come back to the hull is I've got that. Let's try adding just a little bit of a dirt layer. So use color and roughness, drag that up just with a generator. I'll use a brownish black, pretty much black anyhow. Just want to see what that's going to look like. If I do this, if I bring it quite a bit, just want a little bit under there. I mean, you can add leaks, you could do all kinds of stuff. Let's bring that up a little bit more. All right, let's just leave that and have that there. So I'll call that dirt. And this is red. Okay, and we've got our rubber in there. I'm not going to put any dirt on that. That's going to be okay. So let's move on now to this trim wood. Okay, so for trim wood, let's come to the Smart Materials, type in wood, and I've got this pirate wood. I'm either going to use pirate wood, if I can find that. The wood ship hull old. It's interesting. I'm just thinking about the pirate wood though. If I was to come in here and get rid of the damage there, because I like the way the grain is going, although I worked on the UVs in order for it to be able to do that. I'm thinking just want to change the color of this a little. I just wanted a bit more orange. Orangey brown. All right, so that is that one for the moment. And let me compare that to this wood ship old hull. And try that first of all. Yeah, no, I don't like that one. Play around with some of these. Roughness, there's the damage. And I'm going to take that off for the moment. No, maybe I'll leave that on. I'm thinking of doing a roughness variation on this. I just want to see. So this is a Smart Material that I probably downloaded. And I think I'm going to do a roughness variation on this. So maybe what I'll do is above here. Yeah, I could use that. Okay. Let's create a fill layer and just alt-click on roughness. Drop it down a little bit. So we're just going to use roughness. I'm going to add a black mask and a fill. And in the grayscale, I'm going to choose a grunge. Start with that one. All right. And I'll come back here and I'll turn it off and on. So that just varies the roughness. You can see it there. more. And I think I'm going to just keep that. And so this is roughness variation. So let's try to take both of those and come over to the floor section here and paste those, and just see that's going to go all over here. And down here. Okay, so we'll have a bit of a problem on this here. I just want to get a general sense, and on the step in there. All right, let's see if I hide the that's the damage there. Let's see if I can find where that. Let's turn that off for a second. Ah. Okay, veins. I'm kind of liking that, to tell you the truth. Let's come back to the base. Yeah, let's drop the roughness to about there on that one, and then let's come back to the trim wood and come back in. Let's first of all go down to the base and do a similar thing and see if we like that, even though I have a roughness variation. That it's a little shinier wood. And let's see if I can find, where was that? That was veins. No, I like it on there. You know, because it might get, you step on that, it gets dinged and stuff like that. I'll leave that for now. But I want to come back to the floor and just consider some changes in color here. There's a lot of stuff on there. I think this dust is causing a change in color, and I think I'm going to want to do that, get rid of the dust and come back to the base and maybe make it something like that. All right, we go. I can start with that. Now the dirt. Yeah, I'm gonna need the dirt. I'm gonna leave the dirt on there like that. Okay, and I don't want the roughness variation, right? On that. Yeah. Maybe I will leave it for now. Okay, so there's some metal trim that I need on here, so let's do that. Let's just come to materials and type in, let's see, or should I do smart materials? So there was one that I wanted to use, this metal here potentially, and I'm going to put a black mask on there and go to my polygon fill, and I'll just see if I like this metal. Do I have it on everything? I'm missing. I think that I'm not sure that one I got it. Yeah, maybe I did. I would need it on there, and I would also need it on this step here. Just want to try some different lighting. That's okay. And so this is metal. I'm going to copy that layer and come to the hooks layer, and I'm going to paste it. I've got to clear the mask. Actually, I'll remove the mask because I don't need the mask at all. And that stuff is on there. Whether or not I want to keep that metal, but it doesn't look too bad for the moment. Okay, so we got the hull, we got those things, we got that. Let's have a look at the inner. Now let's do the cabin. Let's have a look at the cabin now. Okay, now for that one, I might use the same wood. So let me try the floor wood. Let's grab that. And I can keep the roughness variation. We could try that. Let's come to the cabin. We'll paste that and we'll have a look at how she's taken it. Now this one, I'm probably going to have to make some changes to the UVs because of the grain is going in different directions on it. And so let me get rid of that. Now we'll keep that on. I will work on that. What I probably would do for this is I might just have to just turn it around for the whole thing. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the same wood. I could try a different wood just for the fun of it. Let me see this. This is another wood that I was thinking about. Yeah, okay, the grain is going the same way. And so if I come back to Blender and I just focus on the cabin itself and I look at it, I could take all this and just rotate 90. And I think that's what I would end up doing. I can pack, but just not have it rotation enable. I would have to bring that back in, all of that stuff, and then bake it again. And that's going to take some time. So just leave it with me for now, and I'll see if I can show you at the end what's going on with that. So for now, let's just leave that. All right, let's work on maybe the roof. And for the roof, I'm going to come to my Smart Materials. I'm going to start with this AC material. Now, this is a material I made for an air conditioner, hence AC, when I did an air conditioner from The Last of Us. And it's not quite what I want, but I do want something like that. And so I'll try to leave you a link for where I made the material. I don't want that kind of dirt. I kind of want like a blackish brown dirt, but I want to tone that down. So I'm just no, that's not what I want to do. I want to come into the mask and just lower that down there. And I'm going to go back to panorama for the moment. And let's see here. Yeah. Now let's try a different one. It's this one. I like that one. This plastic dusty. Just a little bit less of that. I might go with that. Let me copy that and see what that's going to be like on the inner trim as well, because I want those pretty similar. I can tone that down on this. And let's do this. I'll do that. going to get rid of it there for the moment. Just want a little bit of it on there. Okay, let's add some more stuff up on the roof. I realize I'm going back and forth here. I'm going to save that, and I want that metal, wherever I put that metal, on the floor, I think. I'm going to copy that metal. I'm going to come back to the roof, and I'm going to paste it, but I'm going to clear the mask. And I'll come over here and choose my polygon, my mesh, and oops, went on the wrong thing. On the bar. So on the bars, I'm going to have that. I'm not sure if I got those. Yeah, I do. And I may do something with these lights later. Okay, that's looking okay. I want the roof a little dirtier than I want the inner trim here. So I'm going to let's see. I'm going to knock that down even further. See, a little bit in there. Now, the only thing is, I may do an actual dirt layer above. I just want to check this out here with color and roughness. I'm just going to go with black. Let's just see. I don't want it to be too intense. So I will drop it on, and then I will dial it way back, because I may get more of what I want with that. Or will it be overkill? See, I want it down at the bottom there, so I do want that. I can just have a little bit less. Okay, so far so good. Yeah. Okay. And now, do I want a black stripe on that? Let's just focus on the trim itself. And let's snap to orthographic. Oops. And we'll put, and we will, let's see, this is dirt. I'm going to do, I think, just a paint layer. Okay. And I'll do, like, I want dark, like black practically. And I want, let's say, brush is a hard brush. I'm going to turn on symmetry just to get an idea of what I'm going for. Let's try this. Just want to see that it's going on both sides. It's going on both sides. Okay. All right. So let's see. What I may do is switch to alpha square. Okay, I didn't get anything there. And then it may go in there a little bit. That's fine, like that. Let's snap to the front. And let's finish that up. All right, let's come out of there, back into perspective, and let's see what I think of that. And I do think I like that. No, I'll leave it. Yep, okay, we're going to go for that. Of course, you don't have any windows in there, so that looks a little odd. And we'll also come to the, for the furniture, it's going to be very similar. Let's take the roof. Oh, actually, before I do that, trim, I'll call that black line. Let's come to the roof and see about using that. And I may be putting a dirt layer on there. I think I am. I take it back. I'm going to come above here. Let's try, well, here, let's actually just use the dirt that I put on the trim inner. Let's just copy that and modify it if need be. So onto the roof. Paste that. Yeah, just a little bit darker. Okay, so where was I? I was going to take this. Was I? That I want to put that on the deck furniture, and then tweak it as need be. Okay, yeah, I don't really like that. You know what? I might do it like that. That gives me just the streaks. And so I end up not using too much of this stuff. Well, maybe I'll keep the dust. Nah, it looks a little bit bad. Let's get rid of the dust. Let's get rid of the... Maybe we play with this a little bit. Just a little bit. Just to have a little bit of that. I'm going to put dirt on there. But I also want to make a change to the top of this. Just how? Even a... No, not a paint layer. Maybe a fill layer. Outside of there. A fill layer with a black mask. Here, I'll go for, say, just color. Let's say, I kind of was thinking of like a, kind of like that. Let's just see what that's like here if I use a, what do I want to do? Well, you know what, I'll just do it on the mask. I just want to select the top. Okay, it's a little bit too green. I kind of want it less saturated. You know, kind of faded almost. You know, so more like that. I don't have to do that. You know, anyhow, I'll just call it seat. And let's try adding some dirt above with color and roughness. I could just be copying and just make it dark. It's going to be too much, but I just want something there to give, you know, down near the bottom. And on this, on the furniture here, or that cabinet thing in the crevices. Now, I was also thinking of, for this, let's just soften that up a bit. I was thinking of, now that I have a dirt generator in there, of using a normal, a hard surface in there. So let's just use a paint layer and come to my hard surfaces, and down here just all click just normal, and think about one of these. Like, I'm not sure what some of these. Let's try that one. It's too big, but I'm just going to click that in there. That's kind of what I'm going to go for anyhow, I think. So what if I just put that in there? Am I in... No. And if I like that, what I can do is, this is my normal. I'll drag it below the dirt, and I will add an anchor point to that. And I'll click on my dirt generator, come down here under micro details and enable micro normal, and put that as true. And then down here, micro normal, choose that anchor point, and then here switch this to not height but normal, and that'll put some of that dirt in there, and hopefully it looks good. I will probably be doing that again for other pieces. What am I missing though for the moment? That's actually most of what I wanted to do in this video, aside from changing the orientation of this. And while I'm thinking about that, however, I've got a roughness variation on there. I could do that on the furniture, but I also want to throw a little bit of dirt on here. Even though there's a bit in there, I want to see it on top of it. So let's just, you know what, let's copy it from somewhere. What did I just use? The deck furniture here. Let's just grab that and try it on the cabin just to see what it's like. If it fills in the crevices at all. It doesn't seem to make much difference at this point. Shut that off. Yeah, it's getting down near the bottom there, see? So I'm just, and on the inside, in the roof and stuff, so I'm just going to leave it there. So I will have to fix that eventually. Yeah, okay. I think I'm pretty happy with that. I just want to copy that. And I want to come back to the trim wood, and I just want to make sure that I'm not missing that on here. No, I'm not. So this is what I've got so far. Let's try looking at it in a couple of different lights. Okay. We need to get the other stuff in there and consider a few other things here, there, maybe roughness variations in some of these. Let me see, do I have any roughness variation on the inner trim? Or is that an obvious thing that I did? Why don't we do that? Let's do it here. Let's add a fill layer just with roughness. That's okay there. Add a black mask and a fill and choose a grunge. That might work for that. It might be a little tricky to see this. Let's play with the balance. Let's throw it above and see if it becomes any more evident. That's this layer, right? Yes, it is. Let's drop the roughness down to increase the... Okay, let's see if we can see it now. Not much. Okay. All right, I'll tell you what. Let's do something else that I was thinking of doing. Let's add a fill layer with height. Set the height at about 0.3 for the moment. We may change that. Let's add a black mask, add not a generator, add a fill, and in the fill let's choose BNW, black and white spots. Let's go for 1. Okay, now you're starting to see that. Oh yeah, and I want to up the resolution. Let's do that. Let's increase. We'll see if I'm going to like this at all. I'm going to set this at about 200. And you're not going to see much yet. A little bit repetitive. Let's try planar as well. That didn't go to 200. No, it's only going to go to 128, are you? Okay. Okay. Okay, and then I'm going to up the resolution, and then we'll see if I can get enough out of this. Okay, so that's 128. All right, let's try this. Ooh, change the balance on it. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to use this or not. What was I going to do? I forget what I was about to do. Oh yeah, so let's change the height. Let's go down to like, let's try negative 0.15 to make them go in like that. It's just another little thingy that'll, and we'll leave it on there, and we'll see if we like it down the road. And yeah, and I've got this little problem here. We have a problem here, so I'll have to fix that. I kind of like it. I don't know if it works on the boat or not, but okay, let's just up the resolution now on a few of these, and let's maybe not worry about the cabin because I got to fix that anyhow. We can do that on the furniture though. There's not much on the furniture. I'll probably do a roughness variation on that. You can even do color variation too. You know, I could do fabric-y stuff on there too if we wanted to. But you know, it's from the images I've seen, it's pretty straightforward. Okay, so we got that there. We definitely want it on the floor for the wood. So let's change that to 2K. Okay, it may not make a striking difference right now, but there it is. And that could also use, what do we got here? See, we do have a roughness variation. Yes, I did do that. You can put more stains and stuff on it. But I won't, the hooks I'm not going to do that. The hull I definitely would do that for. Hopefully this stuff will become more evident, and then decide if I want to keep it like that. And I don't really mind because it kind of matches with the wood. If you know, that's my artistic. So I don't really feel like I need it on the roof. On the trim inner, I already did it. Rubber, no. Trim wood though, we definitely will do that. You know, I probably will do it on everything, but anyhow, this is what the boat is looking like so far. All right, so I will unwrap the rest of the stuff and consider the next few steps, and hopefully it'll turn out looking okay even without the motors. All right, thanks very much for watching. Hope you'll tune in for the next part. See you later.